Hey everyone, welcome back to LightWork again. This tutorial involves just basically a quick overview of creating a job in LightWork and what all the tabs are and what you can do in each of the tabs, just sort of navigation around a job. So if I click on the job list, last time we talked about how to copy a job or make a new job. So if I just go into a belly full of lollies and continue on, we can open this one up. And now on the top left here, you can see status. So this is basically a summary of the project. And as you scroll down, you can see if there's information you missed or something you need to upload. So for example, I need a Lux report and it says I don't have a Lux report at the moment. Please go and check that. So that's sort of like your navigation to figure out exactly what you're missing before you leave site maybe, or before you submit the job. The second tab here is job details, which you went through last time. You can see once you've got everything in order, it all turns to little green ticks. It's basically just entering data. Now, the next one is where you're going to spend a lot of the time is spaces. And spaces are defined as areas with the same lux requirement, so the same level of lighting that you need. Also, if they have aircon or no air conditioning, and also the operating hours under the different schemes. So in Victoria, if, for example, you had a car park, undercover car park, that could all be one space because, you know, nowhere in that car park would have aircon. All needs the same light levels and they all have the same operating hours under the scheme. So in this case, I've made one area, which is the storage factory. So if you open that up, in here is where you can draw. There's a bunch of drawing tools on the side here. So if I click the little square, you can draw a room. Or you can draw a single line using this tool and just navigate around. If you need to zoom in a bit, you can do that. You got curved lines. We have windows. There's a whole bunch of things off to the side there. I won't get into too much detail, as it's sort of just a navigation. Also up the top here you have space details. So if you click that, it basically wants to know about the area in which you're doing the lighting upgrade. You got the space description, BCA type, which is 7 for storage, and then we've got a whole bunch of information about the dimensions of the room, the asset lifetimes, which are to do with Victorian upgrades. Also here you've got the type of task. So if you pick the right task, it will automatically tell you what Lux standard you should be meeting. So let's say in this area it's simple tasks because maybe they've got some stock in pallets, so there's no real fine detail needed, so you can hit that, and then you can see down the bottom here, the Australian standard just there is 185. Asks you if you've got aircon. That's basically where you fill out all the details. So I'll just cancel this for now. Down the bottom left, you can actually take photos if you hit the camera. Also, you can add your technology here. So if you want to add another lighting tech, you can enter the details. And the same goes for after. This is before you've done the upgrade. This is toggled to after you've installed the LEDs. So you enter all your technology. There's also lux readings. So you hit the little lux meter. You just put your finger on where you took the lux reading. You can enter all the details. That reading was 534. And it will pop up and you can move it around. And you can see off to the side here, it tells you how many readings you've taken and the average lux. So you're going to be spending most of your time in the spaces area. Then once you've drawn in all your details, your floor plan, and added your technology, I won't save the changes, then you can come back out and you can start uploading some evidence. So in this tab here on the left, you've got the building facade where you need to take photo. You just click on that and you can take an image. Tax invoice, you can choose to either attach a file or take a photo as well, or if you're going to email it separately to Demand Manager, you can tick that box and then it goes green. Certificate of electrical compliance, any other information you might want to upload, and it also lets you know that you need a photo of the mercury vapor you removed and also the ballast. So you can see here all the evidence you need to upload is laid out for you. If you go into the next tab, you got forms, and forms is basically the area where there's obviously a lot of paperwork being government program. So you can see whether it's in progress or you've completed it or what's missing. So I've already taken some lux readings. If I go into the lux report, it's just opening it up. You can see here, this is the main page. It talks about the lux model that we're using, when the readings were taken, the results. So you can see in the Wonka storage factory just here, The Australian standard is 93 lux on average, and we got 256 with our readings, so that's good. And also the maximum IPD. So IPD is to do with watts per meter squared. So if you install too many lights, then you're going to go above that, and that's not allowed either. So that's worked out well. Although it should say have a number there, not 0. But you can see all the individual lux readings in the report here. And then if you're happy, you can click done, or you can click send form. So if I hit send form, it'll just convert that to a PDF, and you can do this with any document. And you hit Gmail and send it off. Or if you just want to view it, maybe you don't want to email it off, you just want to check that it's complete, you can open it up in your PDF viewer, and this is how the document comes out. Just to make sure you can review it and see that you're happy with it. Then we can go back and it says, yeah, Lux report has been sent. So this is what you can do with any of the forms. We've got a multiple forms for Victoria here. Any of them can be, viewed as a PDF, filled out, and then emailed off if you need for signatures. If they don't want to do the signature on the tablet, or maybe they need to email. You need to email it off so they can print it and sign it and scan back, whatever it might be. That can all be done under forms. The next tab here is energy savings, and this basically is a summary of the job. The scope, so what was there before, what's there after, what are your energy savings, and you can see here there's this is another space I made under here which you can expand, but I hadn't put any technology in, so it's worth 0 Veeks. But the Wonka storage factory, I've put in the lights before and after, and if I open this one up, close that. Let's go back in there. Energy savings, there we go. So you can see here before had mercury vapor, and then it's going to the Hanico SkyPad. Mercury vapor going to a Hanico SkyPad as well, and it talks about the space and the total number of Veeks that you're going to get for that. Then the last tab on the side here is comments. So I've written a comment here. Please note that the north side of the warehouse has lights with inbuilt daylight link controls. This is anything that you want to communicate to the ACP. So say you have some information they should be aware of, or you think that they might get stumped on if they look at your documents, then you can just make them aware of it here. So if I wanted to enter some information, hi Willy Wonka, then you can post it, and the ACP is going to see that. Also, the last one is a job summary. That's basically just a summary of the scope. So the before and after lights here. So you can see there was 50 400 watt mercury vapors, and there was 8 250 watt mercury vapors, and I replaced those with 58 of the new LEDs. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that. Please feel free to contact us with any questions that you may have, or if you want to see any new videos, just let us know and I can make one for you.